family, the Jam Fam family, yeah. Jam Fam, come hang with me. Hello. Wagwan, big up yourself for the day. Are you there, abroad?
Welcome back to another episode of Life with the Jam Fams.
It is now golden hour and
It's Sabbath. We're just coming in back from church and my gosh, it's hot. It's so hot. Can't believe it. It's currently
32 degrees Celsius.
right, and it's only mid-April. It's really hot. One of those moments right now where the temperature
the real feel is 34.
Wow. So it's 32 degrees, real feel 34 degrees.
And we're not getting any rain to cool it down. 1% of rain. 1 percent of rain.
Oh my gosh. And for the last 2 days, whilst we didn't get any rain to cool it down in the afternoon, we did get some cooler weather in the afternoon. So it probably was raining elsewhere because we saw the dark clouds come over. And it cooled down. We had some nice breeze, but it wasn't actually raining in our area.
We'll be getting rain on Tuesday, 90% of rain.
So there's a 90% chance of rain on Tuesday.
And 88 tomorrow, and 75 on Monday. So it's
okay, so
high percentages.
High percentages. From when?
Wait, let me check. From tomorrow to Friday, we'll be having rain.
Okay, so they're high percentage chance of rain then. Yeah. And guess what? I cannot wait to see it. So we probably need to figure out some rain dance to do so we can get it to cool down the place, right?
England is so lucky.
What happened?
13 degrees Celsius and the real feel is 9 degrees in England.
That's in Milton Keynes where we are returning
and it is
from.
April.
So it's nice and cool there right now.
But it's not raining, but it's still good.
But it's all good. I mean, we can always go inside and sit down and get ourselves cool, which is just about what we're going to do.
Are you going to open it? So you're opening the little one. Well, most things are out of the little one already because it was just patty. And Cage is opening the big one. Quick, Cage, quick. Flip it over.
I like these.
I know, it's all yours. These are all what?
They're all exotic snacks. And
Yeah.
they have the greatest sugar rush in the world. Let me see that.
You're not going to eat everything at once. You're going to use your sensible discretion.
This is my favorite one.
That is my favorite too.
This is my favorite one. I also like this one.
Yeah, Declan likes that. I gave him one last night.
And Mummy, I remember last time you got the cheesy ones of these.
Sort of, yeah. It's a different type.
Aren't one.
May I?
Yeah, I have one for you. Mummy, blue raspberry does it exist?
Candy?
Blue raspberry. Look, there's more colours. Oh no.
You can all share them. There's more than enough.
You can get the most. What's this? Out that. It's spicy. Oh, I don't want it.
So, I did not bring any clothes back. Just one pair of shoes.
I want to taste this.
And the rest of the luggage is all yours. Something else is in there that you haven't spotted yet.
It's a banana chip. Banana chip.
Something else is in there that you haven't spotted yet.
Here.
It's somewhere over here and it's in
Sausage!
Ah!
Mommy, this is for you.
Thank you.
My sausage. Wait, don't break it. This is my sausage. This is my sausage.
Kalal, there's more than enough.
Oh, my sausage. Be careful. Some of them are. Those are spicy sausages. This one's not spicy. Let me see. Bring them. Let me see. This one is. Oh, Kelly just dropped it on my finger.
Careful. Maybe the tag rolled off. I'm not sure.
This one says hot dog spicy.
So you got Lasco. Yeah, it is. That's the tag.
That's just not.
That's
These two
chicken.
are not spicy. These are spicy. Out this one. Out this one. You can have that one. Hey, when I spotted the sausage, I didn't know where it was.
Is it? You're not eating that now. You're gonna have dinner, and don't put it in your mouth. It's dirty.
Mommy, I want to fed it for my snack for tomorrow after school.
Are you going to school tomorrow?
Oh, and
Kalal, no
for
mouth.
the train, I can't open it with my hand.
You can use a knife.
But why are you eating it?
And I just said no eating it now. There are two specific surprises there for both of you from Auntie Ken and Eliona. That was from your gift from last year. I think it was for your birthdays. So go and look.
I don't know what. Can I get yours? I don't know what.
It's very obvious. It's right on top.
Oh. Sorry.
What should you say?
Thank you, Eliana, and together.
Khalil Mot already full of sweetie.
Wait, is it Tesla?
Woo!
It's a Ferrari. That's
Woo!
what I wanted. But a real big one.
You want a what?
A Ferrari.
Auntie Kenya? Khalil said thank you, but he wants a real big one.
A Tesla and a Ferrari.
A Tesla and a Ferrari. I don't know what you got yourself into. Oh, you got a nice note.
Shall I read it to you?
If you want.
It says important information. Open now. It says, I love you, Kaiser, with all my heart. Enjoy
Aww.
your birthday and Kwanzaa. And enjoy the plushie. Hopefully every time you hug it, it reminds me of you.
Aww.
Of you.
Aww. Is that your long distant pen pal, Eliona cousin? That is adorable. Khalil's just in his own zone with his car.
Mommy.
You're so tall.
Mommy.
Anyway, that's the end of it. I need to go now to work.
But when I put it on the ground, it transforms.
Yes. Now, please close the suitcase. We'll have to figure out where to put those when I get back.
But
When I feel this heat sometimes, I think about the fact that people refer to these things as being exotic because they're from tropical regions or stuff like that. And of course, my sister went back and my nieces and nephews were looking at their treats and things and their expression of it was how exotic these things are that they've received, and I was not expecting them to say that because oftentimes we get told that things are exotic and we're thinking what's exotic about it because we're used to it, you know, it's not unusual to us. And so neither is the sun at this hot at this time of the year, but our bodies are still coping and adjusting to this type of temperature because where we're coming from we weren't accustomed to this at this point in the year, because at the moment, as Eliona just highlighted, Milton Keynes is currently 13 degrees with a feel of 9 degrees. Here we are in 32 degrees with a feel of 34. So it's one of those things to adjust to. And over time, our bodies will inevitably adjust. I've been waiting so long to get this. I've been having this smell all morning and I am so pleased to be able to embark upon this journey. And I'm just going to show you what it is because this fruit... haven't had it in such a long time. So this is what it looks like. Let's just turn it around. That's what it looks like. So I'm going to cut it. It's been in the fridge, and so I'm going to cut it and indulge. Let's see. So notice I've already started cutting it, so I'm just going to finish that off. I've cleaned it, popped it open, and I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of salt on it, just a little bit. How do you have yours? Do you put salt on it or do you put something else? Do you just eat it as is? I like it with salt. And I'm going to now pick some out and indulge. Jam fams, as you know, jackfruit stains, but I'm going to just show you. So I've just taken one, pluck the seed out. That one, the seed fell out already. So I'm trying to get this one out. I was talking to a lady at church just now who moved back a while back with her family, and she was also expressing to me that when she just came back, she also had difficulties in terms of the temperature and the constant sweating and things like that, because she doesn't really like the heat, just like I don't like the heat. But of course, she has assured me that over time her body adjusted to it, and so it's not as bad now for her as it was when she had just come back. So I'm looking forward to that point where it's not going to be as bad for us in terms of the heat. But for those people who, you have people who really like this type of weather and like this temperature where it's nice and warm, and they would not trade it for anything else. And those people I admire them for their resilience as they face off with this type of weather. But as for me, I don't really like it this hot. So when we think about tropical countries, that's probably one of my things that I'm not that excited about. I don't want it too cold. So like it was back in February, it was really cold, and because we don't have heating to adjust that coldness, it can sometimes be a little bit of a cause for concern, although we can put layers on to get back to a good degree of warmth. But I definitely don't like it too hot either, because then it just becomes torturous, and and for me it just feels like your body is shutting down when it gets too hot, and you feel as though you can't function as well as you would want to function, because your body is going at a slower pace because of how hot it is, and no matter the amount of water you consume, you still find that your body lags a bit. So for example, today we were going to stay at church for the afternoon service, but I was feeling so slow in my movement, like my body's lagging. So I was like, I'm just going to go home and just go sit and relax, and maybe have a siesta if my body decides to cooperate and do that, because afternoon naps aren't really things that I do, but I was feeling like that's what my body needed at that point in time. So, but I've come home now. I'm a little bit more rejuvenated from the travel to get back home. So I'm just going to go hide away from this afternoon sun and see how it goes, because at this moment in the day, when people might think, like you've been told oftentimes when you go away on holiday, that you go in at this point in time, but at the moment it's 3:14 and the sun is not letting up. Okay, so let me just go out in there and give you an idea of what it looks like. So that's sort of the way in which these golden rays are coming down upon us. So it's lovely to see the vibrancy on the faces of people who clearly enjoy the sunshine, and I wouldn't want to deny them of those lovely rays. But as for me, I'm going to just go tuck away for now until it subsides a little bit more. The morning sun, I'm fine with that. It's when it gets to the midday to this point and it's really, really hot, it just feels like it's choking. So, but then again, I live in a part of the country that is considered to be cool in comparison to some of the other regions of the country. So if it's this hot here in Mandeville, I can only imagine how hot it must be in places like Vere, the plains of Clarendon, or in places like Santa Cruz, or in places like Portmore and Kingston, where it normally is considerably hotter in those places, just to name a few of the places where it tends to be rather hot, or even places like Treasure Beach in the south of St. Elizabeth. So some of those places now I would not want to hear what the temperature is, or would want to be there. But outside of that, everything is going grand. Things are going really good and really fine. The weather isn't that bad, it's just that the temperature is a little bit more than I can manage for today. But I'm sure that next week from the forecast it will cool down a bit, so you can be rest assured that it is not going to be for too long. And as much as it's this high, it doesn't feel the same like the heat wave that we get when we're in the UK, because the heat wave, when you get that in the UK in the June, July months, and it feels it's this is nothing compared to it. This is hot, but that is suffocating hot. It's like everything there is still. Right where I am now, I can get the lovely breeze, coming up the hill, and from all the greenery around, the wind is moving, so it's helping to cool you down in spite of the intenseness of the rays coming down upon us. Whereas in the UK, it's just sitting. You know, it's like you're in a desert type of heat. The humidity and everything that's there just makes it feel significantly hotter than it is when you have them. So wherever you are, I hope that the temperatures are doing you good, and where it's a little bit uncomfortable for you, I hope that you can find a way to escape it.
Look, Panar. I should pick off the people them train. She even ask them. I go on like she thinks that she's special.
It's on our side of the fence. Thank you very much. At this point, I want to say thank you so much for staying with us and for making Life with the Jam Fam your place where you come to look at our adventures and just unwind at whatever point of the day that you're watching us, and have a look at what it looks like if you want to repatriate. Of course, there are lots of different people in Jamaica who've come back from the UK or from other parts of the world, and they're enjoying life here for lots of different reasons. Some is for the weather, some is for the food, some is for the way of life, and a combination of those. So if it's something that interests you and you have questions you want to ask, we're happy to try and help to answer those questions as best as possible. And of course, I highlight on here some of the challenges we have. I also highlight some of the pleasures and the fun that we're having as we try to settle ourselves back into the Jamaica environment. If, of course, wherever you are, things are going to be you will have problems wherever you go, and there will be good ups and downs wherever you are. And so we just need to recognize that, because difficulties occur at every walk of life. There are new seasons all the time we go through, and so we just have to manage those as best as possible. So I'm not saying that it's going to be a bed of roses if you choose to move back to Jamaica. What I'm saying is you're going to have to learn the ropes as you go along, and just learn how to adapt to the changes that you're going to experience, and just being resilient and reassure yourself that what you've decided that you're going to do is literally what you're going to see through here. So it's a grand experience having taken this decision to move back to Jamaica, and I'm enjoying this process, and I'm pleased for the decision that I've made, and I'm just going to keep working it until I get what I ideally envisioned for myself coming back home. Until then, I'll just keep going through the process, learning the lessons, and amending, adapting, and evolve as I go along the journey, and grow into what I actually want to have for myself and for my family here as we return. So I'm just going to say thank you again for becoming a tribe member. If you haven't yet, then please touch that subscribe button and that notification bell, and share it with other people. Okay, share it with people who you think would enjoy this type of content, and let us build this community. I look forward to reading your comments in the comment section. If you're one of those silent tribe member, I'm calling you out. What is it that you want to actually ask or say or talk about, so that we can get the conversation going in the comment section. Thank you again, and bye for now. See you in the next one.